Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Draw 2 of the Big Cheese Spiel. This is an internal Potomac Curling Club Spiel featuring members of Potomac with 5 or under years of experience or over that. I'm Mindy Carlson, and I'm joined by Rob Young.
Hello.
And our featured sheet today is going to be Legendairy versus Grate Expectations.
Digging the puns. The puns are strong this year. I'm loving them.
Oh yeah, the puns are. It's all puns all the time. Let me tell you. There we go. So on sheet A we have hard cheeses versus squeak hard, which is all about squeaky cheese curds. And if you have been in Wisconsin, you will know what that means. And then, like I said, on sheet B, Legendairy versus Grate Expectations. And on sheet C, Bill the Goat cheese versus cracking cheese. And on sheet D, cheese curls versus the brilliant sweepers. All right. Cheese curls on D are yellow and have hammer. I gotta swap them.
It's not that one. It's that one. Hey, Mindy, which one's that one?
Oh, this one right here. You want it on near?
Please.
What do you want? Oh, you want it on
a B.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. I got to rotate through. B, near. Okay. That should work. Just bear with us while we get things figured out here. We're trying to figure out who's got the hammer and who's on what team and who's on first, what's on second. I don't know who's on third. Let's see. Who were the Navy kids? They were Bill the Goat. They were Bill the Goat cheese at the Navy kids, and they have yellow. Squeak hard is red on sheet A with hammer. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bill the Goat cheese has Hoag. And then I just need to figure out who is on yellow. Which team is yellow?
On which one?
On sheet B.
Giselle, Legendairy, yellow. So Dauernheim. So yellow is Legendairy.
Okay.
And they are red has hammer. Grate Expectations has hammer on this one.
All right, great. All right, so we're all set and we're ready to go. Ben Peters skipping for Grate Expectations. Ben is actually a product of our junior program, and he graduated, and now he is a coach.
Not only that, he is on one of the teams representing Potomac Curling Club at the upcoming 2025 GNCC Club National Playdowns, which will be hosted and live streamed by your own Potomac Curling Club in a couple weeks. It'll be the last week of January, first week of February. We will have 4 women's teams and 8 or 9 men's teams from across the GNCC coming to compete for the one GNCC berth for the U.S. Club Nationals. U.S. Club Nationals this year will be at the Milwaukee Curling Club in Wisconsin at the end of March.
That's going to be nice.
And the winner will face the Canadian Club champion in a one-off game that will be sometime in either August or September. I believe that the states will be hosting this year's iteration.
I heard it was going to be a, mano-on-mano duel to the death.
And then also female-on-female duel to the death, because
Right.
it's the men's and then the women's.
All right.
And the
Can't
jacket, I'm not going to lie to you, out of all the U.S. curling merchandise,
Yeah,
like the Club National jackets were legit.
it's nice.
I liked those more than...
You can look it up on usacurling.com, and you can see what the jackets look like. They are sharp.
So, as with any over-under bonspiel, and an over-under bonspiel is half the team has played for 5 years or less, and the other half of the team has played for more than 5 years. We are seeing a lot of guards on the center line.
Yeah.
just everyone trying to get a feel for the ice and figure out what draw weight feels like right now. This is the first draw for this Bonspiel, and a lot of players, although they've been playing a lot this season, it's new ice, trying to figure out what's going on.
Last game, Ken and I were like, the first end barely counts because you're just trying to figure out how the ice is moving.
And not only that, you're playing with people that you've never really played with before, with the way that an over/under typically goes. So you're just getting a sense of how people release and how people kick and what somebody's draw weight actually feels like and things. So, so it's just getting an idea of who exactly am I dealing with and how Brian and Ben can maximize out of their team. So
right, and a lot of these people have played with and against each other at the odd league night, but yeah, it's a little different when you're doing a 3-day Spiel with them.
Yeah, and again, the 5 and under rules apply here. If it's a shot that's possible, it's probably going to be made. It doesn't really matter if it was called or some sort of wiki-wacky for 4 or whatever. If it's possible that it could happen, it could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw some really fantastic shots in the first game, and then we saw some shots that should have worked that absolutely did not for whatever reason.
Nice hit from Carey for Great Expectations to sit 3, but the second and third shot are open for a double for Ricky to get a good hit and roll.
And Brian's going to do it. I was like, he was thinking about it.
Yeah.
He's like, yep, let's do it.
The question here is just going to be whether or not this line that he's calling, it's going to have a lot of motion to it, if it's going to curl. And they're already calling the sweep now, so looks like the weight's pretty decent. Are they going to get a roll out of this? And a lot of motion on this. Going to miss both.
It curled too much.
It definitely did. It was on the inside, so.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it just curled a little bit too much. And Ben wants a guard.
For those of you who might be watching the Navy game on the right of your screen, no, your eyes are not deceiving you. Those are not only shorts, but those are thigh-high shorts. So the shortest of shorts, because that is what they like to do on the ice.
I mean, I feel like it's a direct shout out to Jimmy Fallon, our beloved. He actually helped start the Navy team and program here at Potomac. Now he lives in Denver.
I'm a big fan of shorts on the ice. I haven't really been motivated to try it. Really great draw from Katie. Needed a little bit more curl to get buried behind the yellow, but it's open. It's giving Red the 4th shot, so they're sitting 4 right now. And from the warm room side of things, there's a really beautiful chance here for a double for Brian first. Just to try to, salvage.
Is the triple there? I feel like the triple is there.
The triple, the triple is there, but
he would need to put a heck of a lot of weight on that.
In order for the triple to be there, though, no, the triple's not there. Actually, I'm looking at it because I think the red rock that's not on the button, that's in the forefoot, it's not going to get enough momentum to pop out because it's going to collide with the red on the button. So
if he were Brad Gusho, the triple would be there.
I don't think Brad Gusho could throw the triple on that one because I just think that the red is going to spill into the other red and it's going to lose enough momentum that they both. It's either going to be a double or a quad.
Or a quad. Yeah. Well, it depends on how much weight he puts on it and how fast he gets it going.
The Andy Dunham 5-second hit, that's what you would need here.
I saw him throw that once. I swear the rock blurred.
Dude, I swept one of them. He was shocked that I was able to keep up with
it. Did you sweep it?
Yeah.
No, anything over 7 seconds, and I'm sorry, you are you are doing that rock is going on its own.
Hey, if I want to curl at nationals, I have to get used to it.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
You've got training to do.
Great job for the double there for Brian. Yep. And it's not an easy hit for Ben to pick up the yellow without losing a shooter. If he wants the hit and to stick around, it's going to need to be a downweight hit. He doesn't really need to kill it, but he's also seen a lot of action on this line. So the question is do we just want to do the pick and give Brian a chance to draw or not?
Well, Katie's holding the broom in a control weight position.
Agreed.
So I feel like he's not really worried about his shooter sticking around at this point. He would just like the yellow gone.
So we're really excited to have you all join us. Some of the terminology might not be familiar with you. If you have any questions, please ask in the chat. We are keeping an eye on the chat on the YouTube stream, so please feel free to ask any questions. Control just means a solid hit weight. You're not trying to throw like really, really fast weight, but enough to get the rocks going and still feel stable. That's what control typically means. There's some more other definitions, but you don't need to worry about that. He's got contact on the yellow.
What in the world?
And he gets the yellow gone, and he still manages to sit 2.
All right, that is not our house. Hang on, Ken and I had some issues with the cameras earlier.
We are apparently looking at sheet D.
It's showing sheet D.
We're currently looking at B, but if we want the overhead, we overhead down on D.
Yep, we sure do.
So, hey, Mindy,
God.
why did you make the computer mad at you?
I think I scared it.
Yeah, like you scared somebody into driving 20 minutes to come broadcast?
That is correct.
Yep.
20 whole minutes. And you got yourself a coffee, and you didn't get me one.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Don't
hurt me.
You are forgiven. I had to get myself a Diet Coke.
All right. So it looks like here Brian is just going to go for the hit and flop over. This is a really good opportunity to try to force a single here for Ben Peters. Sweepers are on it. Ricky calling hard on the sweep. From the war room, it looks like it's going to get contact, but are they going to get too much of a roll here? Beautiful roll.
Oh, really nice. And I'm still showing sheet. Let me skip to sheet.
And
D
from
and
our view here, it looks like Ben Peters, Team Peters, Great Expectations is sitting 1, and they have an opportunity for a draw. So if they can sit full 4 foot, they'd be able to draw for a deuce here.
So Lauren Lucy, our former Intrepid president.
Best named team on the ice right now, and why?
Right now and why? Okay, so all right, you have to understand that in the first game really set a high bar, so I'm a little like jaded about it because like the best, like we had Sweet Dreams Are Made of Cheese. Who am I to disagree? That was amazing. And then Pasteurized Processed Curling Team Product, that was great. And
that one was, I remember you actually making, not being able to get through it on the live stream because halfway through you just couldn't stop laughing.
It's my own kids' team, too. And then Charcuteries, that's pretty good. And then for this one, I love Legendairy.
Legendairy is a great one. I like the simplicity to it. So
yeah.
great Expectations and Legendairy are great plays on words.
The brilliant.
Yeah.
Sweepers, Brilliant.
And it looks like Ben Peters for Great Expectations just overcooked the draw, so Legendairy escapes only giving up 1 here in the first end, so red sits 1.
I have to say, Ben Peters doesn't miss very often.
No.
So
don't give him the same shot to miss twice.
Although
he's not going to miss it.
I think really the game of the night is really on sheet B because Ben Peters and Brian Dauernheim are 2 amazing curlers.
Yeah.
And again, an equally amazing skips, and I feel like this is going to be a really thoughtful, strategic game.
So if we want to do the all sheets, let's look at that. We have Squeak Hard and Hard Cheeses on sheet A. Those are good ones. I like the idea of the hard versus soft cheeses.
Well, do you know that Squeak Hard is about Wisconsin cheese curls or curds? Because they sometimes, if they add enough rennet in it, it will make it hard enough that they'll squeak under your teeth. And
I've heard that before, yeah.
Delicious. They are so much better than the soft cheese curls.
Okay.
Curds.
On sheet C, we've got Cracking Cheese Gromit versus Bill the Goat Cheese. I feel like that's an inside joke.
Bill the Goat Cheese? Well, it's the Navy team.
Who's Bill?
Their mascot.
Bill's the mascot?
I thought Bill the Goat was the mascot.
Cool. And then we've got another play on word writing. We've got Brilliant Sweepers versus Cheese Curls. So on the ice, what would I say is the best one?
I mean, they're all pretty good. I mean, Legendairy, that's like, I mean, there's even the How I Met Your Mother angle to that.
There
which
is.
I feel deserves a hat tip.
I would have to say Great Expectations is a good one as well. I think it's a toss-up between Legendary and Great Expectations for me. It's good plays on words.
Over on sheet A, that was Squeak Hard did a really beautiful soft tap, and it just nudged the yellow back
To sit 3 red right now.
To sit 3 red right now. That was finesse.
But the problem right now with that on sheet A, if you're taking a look at the far left at the top left of the screen, the problem is that you do leave the button wide open, so they can try to draw down for a single, but they still have to do it, and we just saw Ben try and overcook it. So
they've got backing for days.
Backing for days.
John Hale, Bill the Goat, is the mascot of U.S. Naval Academy. Thank you, John Hale.
Thanks, John Hale,
for backing me up on my
I didn't know.
Quasi knowledge.
I like new information. So, Bill the goat cheese. I like it.
Looks like
that actually elevates it a little bit more now because it's an inside joke and goat cheese.
That is correct. And goat cheese is pretty delicious. So it looks like on sheet C, Cracking Cheese actually scored 1.
Nice.
And over on sheet D, Yellow
looks
scored
looks like Cheese Curls got the single. So
which has our own Ken.
So let's see if sheet A continues the tradition of hanging a single in the first, or
if they're going to hang a bucket load.
I wouldn't call 3 a bucket load, but I mean, it's not great.
It's not 1.
It's not 1.
I mean, if I had to hold on to 3, I would need a tote bag.
Yeah.
So maybe not a bucket load, maybe a tote
Looks
bag.
like it's a nice clean on that one. They're just going to make contact with it. Nicely thrown from Katie to get their single. Singles across the boards.
So again, this is just the practice end.
Oh, wait, I lied.
Oh, are they not done yet?
Mulvey had the hammer on that one. I thought Yellow had hammer.
I'm going to delete the one for
Look at me being a liar as if I was paying attention to all the sheets.
Making us look bad.
I don't really need to do much to make us look bad. Have you met me? Have you heard me? John Hale can give you stories about how easy it is for me to make things look bad.
Hi, John. Come on by. We'll chat.
You mean craft singles across the
cheese board?
Oh, daggum it, Paul. That's so good. Well, no, it would be craft singles if it was only yellows that scored singles.
I don't know. Have you taken a look at some of the craft cheese lately? Some of it's looking awfully red.
Well, there's enough spread between red and yellow that you could actually call it pimento cheese singles.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'd like to think of the red as like the Edam cheese with the little red wax on it.
Isn't that Baby Bell?
Edam. Well, Baby Bells, yes. And actually, I did bring myself a piece of Baby Bell Gouda to eat for a snack today. But yeah, Edam cheese has the little red thing. The little red wax wrapper on it.
All right, so sweepers are on it on sheet A to get some curl. They just need to touch the yellow to see if they can move it enough to outcount, and it's still just going to be a steal of 1 for hard cheeses.
Hard cheeses. So they get their little craft single. Thank you, Paul Luthi.
Oh, I really hate that we do have to credit him for that.
Oh, I don't hate that we have to credit it for him.
I do.
Credit him for that.
You give Paul Luthi a compliment, he's just going to, he's insufferable for days.
I like Paul.
So do I. Paul's great.
I like giving him compliments.
Both things are correct. Paul's great, but also. Paul knows I love him. He's great people. Now, John Hale.
Oh, John's going to come. John hasn't commented for a while. I think it means that he's in his truck coming to get you.
I'm scared of him. It's fine. I'm scared of everybody. I'm a coward.
I'm a coward. Are you yellow cheese coward?
I like what you did there. Good job.
Thank you. I'll be here all the night. Ooh, that looks nice.
So
Yellow is still shot.
that looks
think.
measurable from ours, but that really benefited Ben
A lot.
a lot. But the question is going to be what the next shot. I wonder if it looks like he might be drawing into the pocket, or at least somewhere top 8 to make the pick out on the red difficult.
Would he be doing that, or would he just be like pushing back the
With
the yellow?
With the target line that he gave, he would need to be tighter aligned for the popping out of the yellow, especially because you're not going to get a lot of action. You're not going to get a lot of curl coming to the warm room on sheet B, so you would need a tighter align on that one.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Sorry, you guys. Well, that didn't work out for him. Sorry.
I'm really hoping that there's a team that's called Government Cheeses.
Oh, I think that's a missed opportunity. I think these are all the teams that we have right there.
Do we have anything about government? Because there's a lot of Fed workers here.
I don't think we have anything about discount government cheeses.
We do have a Lactose Legends. Holy Swiss, it's Gouda Go. The Curdlers is a good one. You can't, I'm sorry, pasteurized process curling team products are really good.
I mean, this is possibly the best themed Big Spiel ever.
Yeah.
The name possibilities were just chef's kiss.
So looks like KD being asked for great expectations to throw control weight, with the idea of just getting at least the shot on the yellow and getting some motion to get behind the center guard. It looks like it's over curling. You're just going to get on the outside of that yellow.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Hey.
And Brian pressing the advantage right now, just calling for Ricky Moore to just draw behind that guard, get a third counter in there, and really put some pressure on. Looks a little wide from this side, but not a lot of handle, so we should expect some snap on the curl here. Nice sweeping from Giselle and from Shaun. Nice weight there. Could have maybe curled at half a rock, but nicely done. I was told before the live stream that Giselle Forbes is Giselle Forbes now. We're not doing Zambrano for this event, but also her parents are watching. So Giselle's parents, hi. We hope that we are here to entertain you and answer any questions. And if you don't know what's going on, don't worry, I don't either. All right, so Ben Peters first for end number 2. Looks like it's going to be like a board weight hit of the yellow. Something that Ben has been working a lot on has been his rotation and his release. And it's been a joy to be able to work with him and watch his development. Just the practice work that he's been doing the calendar year on making sure he gets a lot of rotation there. But it just snapped and over curled too much, crashes on the guard. But it doesn't hurt him too much. I mean, yeah, Brian has an opportunity to get a fourth shot in there, but Brian won't be able to like cover too much. So Ben will have an opportunity, to get out of a tough pickle here. So I don't know why the stuttering decided to come back to me today. I apologize.
Have some more tea.
I'm already out. I need more coffee. I only had 3 cups today.
How are you even upright?
I don't know. And I'm talking real people cups, not my cups. I had 1.5 of Rob cups of coffee, so I'm barely functioning.
Are you?
How do people act at this speed?
Down
No.
the amount of caffeine for the new year?
No, God, no.
Just wondering.
I just,
What you were doing.
I had a shift today, and I'm not allowed to drink coffee on the floor, so
Oh,
yeah.
that seems like a bad job.
Thanks. I can't make a comment.
Yeah, I was like, he's suspiciously quiet. I wonder if he'll get in trouble.
I'm here to practice gratitude and be grateful for what I have.
Gratitude is a wonderful attitude to have.
That's my resolution this year, is to be more grateful. Really great sweeping from the front end for Legendairy here. I would dare say some Legendairy sweeping. If he could just sit half.
Legendairy.
Nicely done, sitting fourth shot.
Yeah, sitting 4.
And does a really great job covering the hit on the shot rock. So Ben's got to figure out, how do I get in? It's probably going to have to be a draw right behind that red guard. That's his best course of action here. He could go for the hit just to try to cut things down, but Legendairy has an opportunity for 5 here. Ben's got to figure out how can he save this end.
I mean, the double's not there.
So
So he's got to draw in.
the double is there, but it's not very beneficial, because the double. So if he hits the fourth shot that Brian just threw, if he hits it on the nose, the double is there, but yellow will still be counting 1-2. So the double isn't really helpful.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I like the draw.
I think the idea that he's doing here is drawing and sit frozen to that yellow shot rock.
Yeah.
And if he overcooks it and just hooks behind it, that's fine too. So this is to out count.
Yeah.
Which I think this is the smart call. I mean, if he
Yeah,
felt
I
more
agree.
comfortable with his draw on the last one, the other handle is the right call because it's more open. But I think he's more concerned. I just overcooked that draw earlier. Give me some sort of backing just in case.
Yeah.
So he just has to trust it right now. So here's Great Expectations last for the second end.
All right, here we go.
Sweepers are not touching it yet.
Very nice delivery.
Need some curl there. Getting Kyle to get some curl on that. Needs a lot of curl. Needs a lot of curl, and it needs some breaks here too.
No.
Right through the house. So an opportunity here for Legendairy to get a 5 spot.
Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Over in Sheet C, we have Bill the Goat Cheese sitting 1 currently, with Cracking Cheese Gromit sitting with 2 right in the back, ready to step up to the plate and become points if JR can get this yellow out.
Step up to the plate.
I don't know.
Mixing sports references. Good job, Mindy.
I have not been drinking.
Hey, next season, the big league.
What big league?
No, that's the big Spiel, the big league.
Oh, the big league. Everything's going to be baseball metaphors.
Sure, why not?
Oh, my God.
Brian's a little hot on the draw here, but I think he's going to clip something.
He's going to clip his own out.
But will it go out completely?
It's going to go out far enough that it's
It might be a measure for 5. Depends on what that red on the top left of the screen.
Yeah.
I think it's 5 yellow.
I don't think so. I think it's 4 yellow. I mean, they can certainly measure it.
I'm calling it 5 yellow.
Nope, 4 yellow. All right, bet you. There, look at it again. If you have to look at it 3 times, you need to get the measuring device out.
I just saw 5.
Robert. Hate it when you're right.
That is a 5 spot for Legendairy.
She doesn't know what you were saying. You're just gesturing with your whole hand to her.
Mindy, I was right.
I refuse to concede.
No, you literally did just concede, but 30 seconds ago, though.
I don't remember. I'm old.
I'm screwed either way with whatever response I can come up with to that. I just want to let you know that.
That is correct. Now, that is probably, that is what it feels like to be married.
Thank God I'm single. Thank God that's not going to happen.
Just in case you wanted to know what that felt like.
Marriage,
There you go.
nah. Ain't happening.
That's what it feels like.
Should we call like a 5-spot like an utter full of?
Oh, that would be good. Certainly are the cream cheese of the crop.
Cream cheese.
It is delicious.
There's not a cheesecake reference anywhere.
There isn't. Well, and I almost made cheesecake bars, but then I thought Jen Skidmore was going to make cheesecake bars. So I made Butterfinger bars instead.
I have broken tradition, and I've had 2 cookies and 2 pieces of the cranberry cake.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had sweets. I can't believe it.
You.
Yes.
I am astonished.
So, taking a look at all the action across the sheets here, it looks like we're starting Skips Rocks on sheet A. Katie is does not have hammer, and she is facing 4 red currently in the house right now. But the top, the forefoot is wide open, not wide open, but the forefoot is exposed. On sheet C, it looks like we just had last rocks from red, trying to move some yellow around, and seems like from here on sheet C, yellow is sitting shot, possibly sitting 2, and yellow has hammer. And on sheet D, they're starting the 3rd end, just like sheet B is, and we'll find out what the score is on sheet D momentarily.
Yeah, we'll see when they decide to put it up.
But it looks like it was red that did get score, so if anything, it might possibly be tied on D. It could also be a blank. We don't really know. We'll figure it out.
We have 11 whole viewers.
Hi, 11 viewers. So one of the things I like about curling jackets is that you could literally put whatever you want, especially typos.
Yes.
And when I first saw Katie on the ice with the University of Maine pullover,
Yeah.
I need you to look very carefully at the back of her pullover. There's not a space between you and Maine. So when I first saw her jacket,
Yeah.
I started thinking, Umani?
Umani.
What the heck is Umani?
That's hilarious.
Like being completely honest about
And
like.
did you
and-
go and ask her?
No, I didn't have to because the minute she turned around, I saw the mascot because I know University of Maine from football with in the FCS playoffs, and I'm like, oh, it's University of Maine. Why isn't there a space there? I don't care. I got a joke now.
Spaces,
so whenever
spaces cost extra.
so whenever I talk to Katie, I'm like, hey, you Maney, what's up?
Hey, you Maney.
And once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Remind me to tell you the my mom's Uniced brownie story later.
Uniced brownie?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
That seems like a fourth end anecdote.
That could be. It could be.
So here in our feature sheet,
Nice
just a
peel.
nice little peel pick out for Great Expectations here. I'm developing a crowd behind me.
Ooh, it was a 5.
It could be.
Yeah. Just go ahead and plug those in. Try the 3 spot. Or what does it say? 3, yeah. Try the 3 spot for the... Brandon Hare's going to join us for a little commentary. Yeah, just plug her in right here.
Just remember, you don't need to worry about breaking it. Mindy's already upset the entire computer, so you couldn't do anything. You couldn't do any worse.
That is unfair. Part of your degree. Many of us don't use our degrees.
I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to use my degree so badly.
Guess what my degree is in?
I'm going to say, because of what I know what you do for a living,
Test?
it can't be
Test,
literature or English.
I don't.
I'm going to say history.
You would be incorrect.
I would be, okay.
Trying to figure out how to get Brandon's microphone on. I don't think you need this.
So it looks like
Try
Shaun's.
that.
It looks like Shaun's throw was really wide. It didn't come back at all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But we do have a corner guard, which is nice for Red as well. So Red's got some corner guards, which is what you want when you don't have hammer, and you definitely need to score some points. And Ricky Moore here for Team Legendary just being asked to draw one right behind the center guards, which is if you do not have the hammer, your strategy has been always to clog up the center line. You want to stay on that center line, have a guard, draw behind it. You want to clog that up so that your opposition's last rock is as difficult as possible.
All right, test. Nope, not yet. Try that
So
one.
nice draw from Ricky. From the warm room here, you actually can barely see it. So Ben Peters asking Katie for Katie's first to just peel the guards. Guards are not, those center guards are not helping them at all.
Hello, hello.
There you go.
Hey, there I
And
am.
when we talk about peel is not only a speed of weight, but also more of a, we want to hit the rock and then lose the shooting rock as well as the hit rock. So if you hear somebody call for peel, it just means we need to get rid of the guard.
means
This was a
exactly that.
perfectly executed peel. You don't need to throw 6 seconds to throw a peel. As long as you just sit off to the side, lose your shooter, lose the shot rock, you're good. All right, Brandon, what's up?
Not much. Just finished up with the kitchen stuff. They got a cleanup crew going on over there, so I figured I'd hop on the commentary, see what's going on out here in the sheets.
Thank you for the tacos.
Oh, you're welcome. I do like the cheese curl hoodies over on sheet D.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They just
I-
arrived, like, right before they were
I
supposed
would
to go
have
out. Bill
really
Engman
preferred to
brought
have
'em.
been crunchy rather than puffs, but I mean, like, to each their own. I've also would have probably preferred the hot and spicy crunchy curls rather than the puffs.
Those can be
Flaming
a weapon.
hot. Flaming hot.
I mean, those can be used as a weapon for sure.
What, Flaming Hot Cheetos?
Yes. Oh, here, move the microphone just a little bit closer to your mouth. There you go. Good.
Are you speaking from experience that they can be a weapon?
Yes. I grew up with boys.
Tanya Mulvey on sheet A. Looks like they just scored 4.
It's
They're
close.
double checking to make sure if it's 3 or 4. At least 3 for Red, possibly 4.
Oh,
And we'll
peel
see
guard.
we'll see a score hung up on sheet A. On sheet C, no score has been posted just yet, and we're still waiting for sheet D to post their score as well. So,
Everybody's being so irresponsible.
Vices, get on it.
Tragic.
You have one
Just
job.
tragic.
Well, technically, Vices have more than one job, but
I
I mean,
know.
like,
Vicing is one of the most complicated. Most complicated jobs out there.
it's team management for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to sweep, and you got to throw, and then you got to do score. It's basically you are the manager of the team.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Oh, did I? So my major was animal science, pre-veterinary medicine.
No shit.
Yep.
I did not know that about you.
Yep.
I love that about you, but did not know that.
Yep. I was gonna be a veterinarian.
Just noticed we have one of the Navy curlers in shorts out there.
You
Oh,
just
yeah.
noticed?
I
He's
I've been
insane.
in the kitchen, okay? Hi, Simon.
So we get a score update on D. They did, in fact, get a single on red. So
Did
on,
they?
on sheet
D?
on sheet D, red got a single. So it's
Okay.
tied up on D.
Good for them.
And on sheet A, they did, in fact, score 4 red in the second end.
Squeak hard.
Didn't squeak by on that one.
Ooh.
I'm
nice.
not sorry.
You shouldn't be sorry.
This is a pun-filled event. That's the
So
whole point.
an interesting setup here for Ben Peters on his first. He does have hammer. There is an interesting possibility for a squeaking triple to sit one. And that was no pun intended on that one because he would need to clip the high yellow, hit the back of the second yellow, and then have enough momentum forward to pop the third one. So the other option is just hit the shot rock, try to get buried behind something and get your deuce. But I would hope he's not going for the triple because he needs something to hide behind too.
I think he's just
Unless he's
pick
trying to blank
something.
the end.
Blanking is a great opportunity for him as well. Getting a deuce also is great for your momentum. And that's some heat right there coming out of the hack.
Oh, yeah. That's like a 6-second.
A lot of rotation, so there's not going to be a lot of curl here. Looks like he's going to get 1-2, but is he going to get enough to squeak by? Yep, he's got the double.
Well, I like where the position is.
It's a good double. And
It's an easy tap back.
Yep. And sheet C, it looked like yellow scored 1, so it's a tie game on sheet C and on sheet D.
Well, this is holding true to the last game, too, where the games on sheet A and B were both one-sided, and the games on sheet C and D were tied pretty much to the end.
Got it.
Sheet D all the way to the end.
Yeah, all the way to skip stones.
An extra, like I was going to say bonus end, but then that would be wrong.
No, there was no bonus curling,
I
which I
know.
feel is bogus.
Well, that's after the semifinals.
We do bonus curling on Sunday if needed.
Oh, that'd be good.
So
Well,
I
would
think
hope so.
Brian's going to be throwing a guard here. He's already sitting his one. Force bet into a draw. So guard up this run back. So far,
I
the
like
weight.
this a lot.
So far,
yeah,
the weight looks
just-
good. They just need to get some curl here.
They just got to polish it in.
Yep. Showing like
Yeah,
Ricky
it's just got
calling
to
it
curl.
off.
Well,
Just needs
because it had to curl.
So from it's still there, but he doesn't need to throw the heater now. If he throws control and gets close to nose, which is the dead center of the rock, he's going to get his deuce.
I mean, Brian's guard that he just threw is in the way enough to make just a straight shot nose
Yeah.
impossible.
He made the right call too because Ben really likes his out turn, and
Oh.
for those of you watching, an out turn means that you're rotating the rock counterclockwise, but also you're moving from like right to left.
Right.
So he took away the direction that Ben likes to throw. So
Yeah.
Ben Peters for great expectations, throwing the hammer for a possible 2 here. Weight looks good. Weight looks like control-ish.
Yeah, get on it. Sweep for line.
Sweepers are on it, just trying to hold that line.
Here it comes.
Calling for curl now. It's going to get it. Going to get it.
Oh,
What a
my
shot.
gosh. That was beautiful.
Great shot from Ben Peters to get a deuce.
That was beautiful.
And
Well
that's
done,
and
Ben.
doing that is all. Don't give Ben Peters momentum on feeling comfortable with shots. If you throw something like that, he's going to feel much better and more relaxed, and that can be a problem. As somebody who's been on the opposite end of that,
I was like, that sounds like you're speaking from experience.
so much experience.
You've also
So-
lost by 11 to Ben, I take it.
Yeah, right? Well,
I've never lost to Ben by 11.
but 14.
But 14?
Yeah.
Not 14?
Didn't you lose to him 14-1?
I don't remember this.
I don't know. I think you were drunk.
I don't drink. I don't recall anyone wrapping the board on me.
That's why you don't drink. You forget it.
Are you making fun of me right now? Because I'm genuinely confused right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm like, did this happen?
Remember.
Did I purge this from my memory?
So I went from veterinary medicine to like writing fiction. So I technically lie for a living.
You channel the voices in your head in
I
such
do.
a way
To make
that
me money. I use my schizophrenia
Your-
to make me money.
okay, so I heard somebody say that all reading books is just putting movies in your own head.
Yeah.
So technically, you put other people's voices from your head to their head,
Yes.
sort of,
pretty
I
much.
guess.
It's the psychic power.
And I just want to do math problems all day. Why can't I just do math problems all day?
Well, I'm going to need you to do some math problems for me because I'm going to need to, for one of my books, I need to talk to somebody about hexagons.
Hexagons are my favorite.
Hexagons are the best of guns. That was a really, on sheet A, really beautiful draw by Connor Mulvey.
To sit 3
To
and
set 3.
looks like almost proper buried too. No, the shot rock is about like 3/4 exposed, but
Yeah,
not enough to be a problem where they can hit and flop behind it. So
yeah, it'll be, but, you know,
speaking of red and sitting 3, looks like Kraken Cheese Gromit is sitting 3 right now behind some guards and looks like drawing to sit 4th.
yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. What could go wrong? Sheet D, I
So-
see they
so-
finally posted the score.
So many things. So many things can go wrong. It's curling. There's 5 and unders on the ice. So many things can go wrong.
But so many things could go so interestingly right. You don't know.
I do love, you could definitely tell who the 5 and under curlers are. When somebody says sweep hard, you hear the smack of the broom head on the ice. And it's happened on 3 out of the 4 sheets. It's sweep hard and you just hear it whack.
Well, I mean, at least you know they're making contact.
You should. Giselle here, I think this is going to be a draw behind.
I hope it's a draw behind.
It looks a little warm. It looks a little warm, though. And they're trying to sweep it so that passes, it just misses the guard.
It's going to tick. But it's going to tick in
Wow.
a good position for them.
Pops the red out for a good hit.
If I were Ben, I'd be putting a guard up or I'd be doing a draw behind. But I don't know. I'm not as good a skip as Ben.
I think
He's
the
gonna
draw.
do a
It's the draw
slap.
behind. The draw behind's the right call here. Try to get a steal a 1, pick back, like a steal a 1, steal a 1, steal a 1.
Yeah, just chisel away.
Yeah, and if he overcooks it, this is a nice line. If he throws it a little too warm here, but you get the curl, you could push the rock in that's already like buried, or hit and roll.
Yeah. And
So-
if you're too light, you guard your shot
Yeah,
rock.
and right now
So-
Katie is trying to curl for some sweep, so it's for some curl, so it's heavy. Just needs to curl enough, and it's gonna miss it. But if they keep getting them curl, they could sit 1-2, buried, but not enough.
Not quite buried.
No, but I do like that for Brian. Oh, so he's going to actually do a hit and roll off of the red that's in the 8-foot.
Yeah. So Shaun Phillips for Legendairy throwing his first for the 4th end here, being asked just for good control weight, hit and flop over to the center line.
Legendary.
Wait for it. Oh, the timing. Wait for it.
Legendary.
Speaking of dairy, has anyone ever told you the wonderful things of the oat milk?
Have the preach to me the gospel
Well,
of the oat milk.
I went to Vegas for the Curl Vegas Bonspiel in December, and one of the housemates bought some oat milk. And I'm always down to try anything once. I had it.
Oh, I know.
I love it. It's so good.
I know which housemate that was.
Who?
It was Reed, right?
Oh, absolutely, 100% Reed. Reed, I miss ya. Reed and Leah got it, and I'm like, I'll try it, and I had it. And I don't like almond milk or soy milk because there's a really funky aftertaste for me, and I don't want to have that in things I'm drinking. But oat milk, so good. Do you know what I use oat milk for? Making oatmeal. So it just feels.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's adorable.
But it's a great way to be if you have to be dairy free.
Almost identical to the last one, except it's going to tap.
But I like that a lot.
Great.
I don't hate it.
I've.
Not terrible.
It's the problem with it though is that if Brian wants to cause some problems, he can freeze right to it, hit or hit and flop behind it. If they would have swept it a little bit more to keep getting closer to the center line, it would have been a better shot.
Yeah, he's going to do a hit and flop. He's going to do very soft hit.
He doesn't need to throw. The thrower just needs to throw hack weight. So
hack down, right?
Yeah, hack down. And again, hack weight just means just throwing the rock fast enough so that it stops through past the house and just at the hack of the other end. So nothing too fast.
Great.
This is a little wide.
So I think they're trying to curl to roll off that red.
Oh, nope, not quite at the angle that they needed it.
Yeah, just a little wide. However, yellow is still sitting second shot, actually second and third shot right now.
Yeah. So I like that positioning for Ben.
Ben calling for our guard here.
Yeah. Over on sheet C, awful lot of red in that house.
Oh dear.
They need some Visine.
They do. Let's get the red out.
However, it's also a red shot. Red has hammer.
Oh dear.
Is this hammer? Oh, so they could go for 5.
Yep. Actually, if they could go for anything, they could go for 6.
Yeah.
How do they get 6?
So if you're looking at the screen, take a look at that tight 3 guard.
Yep.
You could throw a split. You could throw a back 4 weight, hit the far left edge of the red, and split on for 6. So split draws are the fun.
That's
ones.
not the broom that JR has. So
No,
go for the one.
this is for 5. This is a draw for 5 here.
He's not going to be greedy.
Is it going to stop? Simon, the ever great Vice. Is it going to stop? It's looking good. If it's a little warm, but it's going to just push back.
Tap it back
into the other, so it should be fine.
Ever so gently.
So Kraken Cheese Gromit gets an utter full of 5.
An
Utter full.
Hey, I got to say it. I justified the nickname. I've said it twice.
You did. You're really hauling that along behind you.
Yep. Really milking it for all it's worth.
You are milking it for all it's worth.
And I appreciate that with the theme of this weekend. So
There's a theme this weekend?
it's the big cheese spiel.
Jesus.
Isn't there sweet baby cheeses? That is a name that I really wanted somebody to have. Sweet baby cheeses.
If you're going to do it, you would say Sweet Baby Bell cheeses.
That's right. Sweet baby bell cheeses.
I will give these teams credit.
I will say this, though.
Name.
I have a friend of mine from Plainfield whose last name is Kraft. So I would have invited him down to play in this Bonspiel.
That would have been awesome.
We would have been the Kraft singles, and no one would be allowed to be mad at that at
I like
all.
that guard. That's a good.
That's a really good guard.
Very nicely.
The problem is it's also
positioned
really good for
guard.
Legendary, too.
Yes.
That's
but,
a very good guard for Legendary as well.
But we can't have everything.
No, we
Why
can't
not?
have, but we also can't have nice
Why
things.
not?
As a mediocre commentator,
Yes.
I pretend to know what I'm talking about, and I am here to just be, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Simon yells bounce. I think.
What's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for, contrarian to whatever you say.
Pedantic?
Pedantic is I just like to say words.
That is true. Well,
And if you know me, I love words.
I mean, both can be correct. So, I do know that there are some special things planned for tomorrow. Is that correct, Brandon?
There are a couple things planned.
Is one of them the Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake?
No.
Why not? Why didn't we plan for that?
I don't know. But
In case
I
you want to
wasn't
know,
aware it was tomorrow.
the Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake is an annual event held on the Spring Break holiday at Cooper's Hill in Brockworth near Gloucester, England. Participants race down a 200-yard long hill chasing a wheel of double Gloucester cheese. People break arms. They have absolutely hurt themselves very bad.
Is that the one where the only prize is the wheel of cheese itself?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Due to the steepness and uneven surface of Cooper's Hill, there are usually several injuries each year. The St. John's Ambulance has previously provided first aid cover at the event. However, this stopped in 2012 when the event was no longer being officially managed.
Hope this cheese is worth it.
I hope so, too. Well, Canadian competitor Delaney Irving won the ladies' race in 2023, despite finishing unconscious.
I'm sorry, but Canadians have got to find something better to do with their time if their national sports are now officially curling, hockey, and cheese racing, cheese wheel racing.
Well, they have invented some pretty good sports.
Yes, they've invented basketball, and the national sport is lacrosse, but they can't dominate cheese wheel racing too. Gosh.
No, believe it or not, Canadians also invented disc golf, for those of you that didn't know that.
I did not know that.
It feels like a hippie from Colorado should have invented that one.
Think,
That's what I thought.
You would think, but no. It's Canada.
Huh.
The more you know.
Do 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 do.
All right, pretty easy call from Brian here. But if he's wide, he smacks into his own.
Which isn't necessarily bad, because it just makes the next attempt on it easier, depending on what Ben's next shot is. But yeah,
depends on how fast he's throwing it.
This looks like a normal line, a little bit faster than control. We are expecting some motion when you throw a hit weight off the center line. So this is going to need to be normal weight here. So this looks like control weight, but also it looks like he was just a hair wide.
On his release.
Back, though, pretty quick.
Yeah, but like I said, it moves a lot, so.
Yeah, he's got it.
But he's got the double.
Oh. Oof.
That might be a measure for 3?
No, that's yellow is red is sitting third shot. From this angle, it looks like red is sitting third shot.
Let me go to the house view on this one. I don't think so. I mean, I would measure it.
Mindy, we've been here before.
I would definitely measure that.
We've been here before, Mindy. Who was right the last time? Who was right the last time?
Right
one day you are going to be wrong, and I'm going to be here for it.
And it might be today.
It might be today. Don't take away my hope. Don't crush my dreams.
Have you never played me in curling? That's all I do.
Actually, I don't think I have played you in curling.
We played together.
We have played together.
I've never played against you.
I've never played.
Because I'm too scared of you.
Oh my god.
The only reason I am here is because Mindy, on the last live stream.
I just asked you very nicely. It wasn't like I demanded.
Mindy's definition of ask very nicely sends shivers down my spine through a live stream chat room. So yeah, I came down here to do this because you don't run afoul of Mindy Carlson, especially after you couldn't be here to help out with juniors.
I figured that it was because you were so fond of me that you decided that you would show up.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Although, so you did.
Oh
my gosh.
That was a really good attempt there for the
Sweep,
double.
Katie, sweep. All right, let's look at the house view.
Well,
right now, it looks like red is sitting shot.
Yeah.
From the overhead, anyway.
I don't know, Mindy. Should we call for a measure on this one?
Why not?
Does
when
this
in
look?
Doubt, measure.
This does look like one red here. However, you hit the two reds just right. You can sit 4 for yellow.
Yeah, I mean, the double's there for sure. But it doesn't look like Brian's even looking at that.
But it looks like what Brian's looking at is just touching the red just to pop touching the yellow just to pop it in closer. Not even considering the double.
No,
and I'm
he's
sorry,
not even looking
this
at
is
it.
this is an over-under Bonspiel. If a double is there, you take the double.
Yeah.
Brian. Evan Dauernheim, if you are watching your father play right now,
What?
if not
it is a
live or in the future, this is when you pause the video and go talk to your father and be like, why did you not see the double?
I'm honestly confused
he's a
as to
high
why
school
he's not
student.
just drawing for his point.
He could do that too.
Like, this is a hammer shot.
Yeah.
Like, the house is wide open. Like,
Brian can do whatever he wants. He's got the
That's true.
lead. He just needs one to get a 3-point lead back.
But, yeah, Evan Dauernheim is not watching this. He
course
is a high school student on a Friday night. He's not watching curling on YouTube.
Hey, I was a nerd in high school. What do high school kids do on Friday nights? I don't remember. It was marching
Well,
band or homework or a job.
For me,
or video games with my friends in the basement.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
for
was
me,
mine.
because I was a super nerd, it was D&D.
Ooh.
I've only played
Until
one
5
game.
in the morning.
I played 4 games of D&D, and I'm like, I'm not about this. I'll watch it, but I don't like playing it. I did try though.
Oh, yes.
That was
That's
a great.
definitely a point.
That was a great kiss there off the guard to get their salvage their one there.
All right, let me go to all sheets.
So Legendary getting a craft single there, going up 6-3.
That
Thank-
was from TM Paul Luthi.
Thank you, Paul Luthi. I was going to say thank you, Paul Luthi.
Trademark Paul Luthi. Whoa, A just put up some points. Looks like
Eight
another
up a lot of
4.
points. 4
Looks like a
for
steal of
Jorge.
4, a steal of 4 for
Yeah.
Squeak
Squeak
Hard on A,
Hard.
and it looks like another craft single for sheet D. So a yellow gets a single,
Yeah.
going up 3-1 after 4 ends on sheet D.
And I don't see. Let's see. Sheet C is still on
They're
Fourth
still on
end.
the fourth.
4th end. I was trying to figure out how many stones they had left, and I looked at the wrong screen.
It's okay. They're there. They're there.
It's because I'm old.
You said it, not us.
The correct term is seasoned.
Seasoned, like a cast iron skillet. Well, they hogged that one. Yep, corner guard it. Ben calling for the corner guard. Over on sheet C, it looks like red is sitting 2. And yellow is right there. Let's see. Looks like they're going to try and draw in,
Just a little light.
but they're, just a little light. But that's a nice rock to be able to tap back eventually.
JR wasting no time heading down to the other end of the ice there. to see.
Absolutely. He's like, I will be drawing in.
Is he drawing in for 4 or drawing in for 3?
3. Well, let's see if I can get all the houses.
Actually, he might be drawing in for 4 if he does the measure, because it looks from the warm room angle,
Where
it does
are
look
you?
like it's
Oh, there you are.
it does look like it's
It
a
is-
really close measure
It's
for
really,
the third
really
shot.
Close enough to measure if you want it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and of course, like, the camera's not perfectly over the middle, and it is a fisheye lens, so it is.
If I'm saying it's a draw for 4, though, that's warm though too. Pocket sand.
Yeah. So I've been trying to throw the sand at it, not working.
Yeah, quick, drop some hair. Throw that dime down on the ice. All right. Ben calling for draw behind. All right. What are you doing? Who are you texting?
I'm updating my Fitbit to remind me that I'm eating too much the past 6 weeks and I really need to chill.
How does your Fitbit do that for you?
Because I track my calories and it just mocks me.
Oh, in the Fitbit?
Well, I do it. Yeah, it's a 1-2 combination.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I thought it just tracks steps and heart rate.
It can do that, but you could also put in your food as well. And
oh, okay.
Technology has come a long way.
yep.
You youth.
Really.
I remember when cell phones weighed more than.
Oh my
a
gosh.
Oh, the
car.
bricks. I miss the bricks.
Well,
I
you had to
remember.
like open it.
Yeah.
Chunk.
I remember having the original flip phone in high school. Yeah.
Wow.
I had a Nokia brick in high school, and no one else in my senior class had a cell phone. So
Cell phones didn't come out until I was in college.
I remember when texting was free.
Yes, I remember when data was free,
Yep.
and you still paid for calls.
I
Oh,
remember
I don't think-
Snake.
Oh yes,
Snake was a good game.
the
I
good
remember
game,
having
the
to hit
only
17
game.
buttons on my phone to text the word hi.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we had the flip phones forever because like we were like we're not buying an Apple product, we're not going to do it. And then we finally did cave, but I was like, man, I was a T9 wizard.
does anybody else miss AIM? I miss AIM.
American Online Instant Messenger. No.
You don't miss AIM?
Well,
I do.
bad memories.
My
Just
hey, I
AOL
loved
chat.
Just
I
AOL.
I thought I was the coolest person in the world because my name was Smart Ass
Nice.
1984, but I spelled it ASZ because I thought I was hot shit.
That's hilarious.
I really miss just logging into the internet and hearing, "You've got mail."
Oh yeah. You've got. Yay! I've got mail.
If I
Who wants to talk to
watching
me?
watching anything in the 90s and you hear dial-up, I just twitch. It's just like I can't. It's just fighting with my brother and then the dial-up tone. That should literally be a ringtone and really watch all the millennials' heads go up in public spaces.
They don't even know what that sounds like.
Millennials?
Millennials? Do you? Do you millennials even know the pain of the dial-up?
Yes.
When your
Yes,
mom-
boomer.
Yeah.
Your mom had to use the phone and you got kicked
yep,
off.
right here.
Yes, boomer, we do.
How long it took to download a picture,
Yes.
line by line.
Yep.
We're not that different in age. You're technically a millennial.
No, I'm Gen X.
By what? A year?
5.
You're not that much older than me.
Yeah. Rob has nothing to say.
I have nothing to say except for a lady has told me her actual age. I feel like I have earned some sort of sacred trust that I refuse to never, ever, ever get rid of because I am scared of this woman. She can tell me anything, and I am scared of her.
Bad news. Now she has ammo.
Yeah,
That's
she
right.
didn't. She didn't need much.
I told you my real age.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, you're a little older than I am.
I told somebody at work that I was 40, and everyone snapped their head going, "You act so much younger." And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just sad all the time, too. There's that.
Well, that is
That's just living in
very-
America, right?
That is, yeah, right? That is very Gen X of you to be sad.
I've always thought I was more Gen X, but then somebody had mentioned that I'm more nihilistic on the Daria side of it, that I'm definitely a millennial. And I'm like, yeah, love Daria. If I was straight, Daria would definitely be who I would go for. What does that say about me?
That you actually should be Gen X.
I do love the fact that Daria is a spinoff of what MTV cartoon?
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead. What's the most successful Beavis and Butthead spinoff?
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
Gross. I mean, King of the Hill was pretty funny.
I never got it. King of the Hill and Seinfeld were the two comedies that I just never got.
Well, I grew up in a very rural area.
So
on
did
a
I.
Farm,
So did I.
Like, people talking about like their grills and propane and.
To me, it wasn't funny because I'm like, I listen to this all the time.
And that one neighbor that you couldn't understand no matter what he said.
That one neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay, move from rural Illinois to rural North Carolina, and then tell me about the experience of not understanding your neighbors.
I think maybe it's because I moved to a commune in Berkeley. It was like funnily nostalgic.
Well, there's your problem right there. You moved to a commune.
Yeah.
Huh? I was in Hickory, so an hour northwest of Charlotte, which, just to let you know, the 2026 National Championships for men's and women's curling will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I will do anything to find a team that will put up with my bullshit because I want to play on that. I want to play on that so badly.
Talk to Mark.
I have talked to so many people.
Talk to Mark about it.
He'll
probably do it.
Because there's so many Minnesotans.
Flash through.
There's so many Minnesotans and Wisconsinites that live in the Raleigh-Durham area, and I'm just like, I want to be somebody who's from Western North Carolina on the ice playing a national championship in Western North Carolina. That's what that would be amazing. I would love that.
That would be really fun.
I've already talked to a few friends. And
Simon Wechsler.
You're on the wrong sheet, buddy.
No, who's just getting his box?
Oh, somebody forgot about I mean, yeah, people have been doing all kinds of draws to the 4-foot and like not grabbing the box. So we are playing with a prize box, and if you draw to the 4-foot, you get to claim the box. And if I can't remember all the rest of the rules to it. I don't think it's like our button bag where you get it.
At one point, me or Bo is going to go out here in about the next 10 minutes or so, ring the bell, and whoever threw that shot gets to pick a prize out of the box.
Ooh, so whoever, okay.
Yep.
So for the kids, we do a button bag, and it's like whoever, like the bag goes to the team, and they get to fight each other for what's in there.
Fight? Like fisticuffs?
Well, verbally, we don't.
Even better.
Don't
use your words.
Use your words,
kids.
This is where the bullying starts from the curling club. Good job, Mindy. Teach them right.
Well, I am the youth coordinator.
Jesus. God.
No, we don't permit that kind of stuff.
I can't focus on the curling. Mindy's distracting me by promoting bullying culture.
Well, I think Brian was going for the draw, but he'll take the tap back here.
That's good. I like that.
Back.
That was gorgeous. I think I broke Rob.
I think you did. Oh, God. It's not easy to do.
It's not easy to do. So, sorry, did I break you?
Only a little bit.
Okay. I think they're asking for help from us in the warm room. We have no help to give you.
I don't know anything. I don't know why they're asking me for shit.
Right now, Brian living up to his team name. He is very legend.
Legend. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Dairy.
Oh. That joke is at least 15 years old. Let it be 15 years old.
Sure, we'll give you that.
Thank you.
Doesn't mean I can't use it.
So Ben's in a little bit of a pickle here because Brian's got those two rocks really well buried behind that trio of guards, and he would very much like those rocks to not be there.
I think with Ben right now, his strength lies in his hit weight, and he knows what he needs to do. He just doesn't want to do it.
Well, is there? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He
Okay.
the skips deuce is still there, because if he draws to the T line and gets behind both of those yellows, you're gonna force Brian to follow him.
Yeah.
And Brian can either do the draw. If he nails it perfect, that's what you get. Or if he overcooks it or undercooks it, it gives Ben another shot for a draw. So what Ben needs is he needs to find pin weight right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the only thing he needs right now. Is he's got to find the pin weight and he's got to trust it.
I mean, which Ben knows pin weight on this ice. Like, he coaches with the juniors, and during the breaks, he goes out and he throws rocks.
Yeah.
And then we have him play the game with the juniors.
Just because you know it, though, you just got to trust it. You just got to trust it.
Right.
You got to believe in yourself.
Well, and then, I mean, for me, I always have, like, overcompensate for my adrenaline by, maybe pulling back on the rock a little bit or, accidentally coming out of the hack too hot.
I would really love it as a seasoned curler and a hypocrite to remind everybody listening, if you're throwing a shot and you feel like you're faster than you really are, don't pull back. Just miss it. Just trust it so that way you know what to fix moving forward. If you pull back and you get into that habit of pulling back, you're not going to learn anything from it.
Mm-hmm.
So just embrace the miss. I learned this in marching band, which was if you're going to make a mistake, make it loud because you could literally try to pass it off as intentional.
Make it loud. Yeah.
Don't if you're going to make a mistake, do it with all the confidence and gusto of doing it as if you did it was correct.
Yep.
Because you're going to learn from it. So please, newer curlers, if you go back and watch and listen and whatever, if you're hot, you're hot. Don't pull back. You do more damage to your development by doing that. And also, you're going to underthrow it every time. So
Yep. We had a similar thing in the theater. If you say the wrong line, the audience doesn't have the script.
Yep.
Nope, they don't
Just keep
know.
going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, they don't know.
Make it sound like you knew what you're talking about and keep going. Yep.
Right.
So we have a very interesting scenario on sheet A.
Oh, yeah?
In
What
which
are we doing?
Squeak Hard is sitting 5.
I'm going to go to the house view.
Squeak Hard is sitting 5.
Go to the
They do not have hammer,
Okay.
but the first and second shot are deeply buried behind some guards.
Okay, I pulled it up.
So looking to the far left of your screen, sheet A, they did get a steal of 4 in the last end. They're just going to guard up the center line, get a steal, try to go for a steal of 2, and that's what I like here. Don't try to get a steal of the multiple, get a steal of 1, and everything else is a bonus.
Oh.
And on sheet B right now, Ben Peters trying to line up whatever he can to get the salvage a single here or to cut down.
Simon talking to rocks like he usually does over on C.
Hey, talking to inanimate objects helps a lot.
They always listen to me.
That was a nice draw from Simon.
And over on sheet A, Squeak Hard throwing up a good centerline guard.
Yep. That's a really good guard there. You're at least the way that this is looking, you might be salvaging a steal of 3 here for a solid. You solidly have a steal of 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I can see hard cheeses do is raise their 2 guard on the left, the corner yellow guard.
Yeah.
That's the only real shot that I see is just raising that.
They can't come around and raise the one on the 12-foot?
I just don't know if you're going to get enough. Actually, it's 6. It's the same width. You might actually be able to do that better.
I don't know though.
Yeah. Well, my only thing is this: if you're wide on that yellow,
Yeah.
you're missing everything completely. But if you're wide on that corner guard,
Yeah.
you can clip into that red. So you might have better plan
Oh.
Bs coming that way.
Okay.
And Katie's looking at that now too.
Yeah. I mean, I do. Okay.
Which one gives you better mistake options here?
Well, Ben has made his decision here on B.
I'm
Oh.
wondering if he's drawing through the port and promoting the red.
I think that's what he's decided to do.
And Brian literally doing what I was about to do, which is the shrug. So I'm glad Brian and I are on the same page there.
All right. Let me go to the sweeper view.
Well, there's conversation now between the sweeper and Ben. So
And Ben's changing it up again. Oh, nope, just moving it in a
Changing
little
the
bit.
call from the hack.
rule number 2, newer curlers. If you are curling, if you're skipping and you're in the hack and all of a sudden you change your mind, go ahead, go back to the shot, go back to the house, re-envision everything, and then come back. Don't change the shot from the hack and then not go and visualize it. All right?
Well, I mean,
Ben was just changing his ice
Ben learned it from
No, I'm not saying Ben's because he looks like he's not changing the shot.
No,
I'm just saying this in general, though.
No,
We're
he's just
learning. We're
changing the
growing, all right? If you are ever skipping and you change the shot, make sure you go back to the other end of the house, re-look at everything before you solidify that, and then come back.
So I believe you were right, Rob, with the call here. Ben is going to try to tap that red back through the floor.
Yep, hard.
Yeah, and he
He's
needs a
hard,
lot
hard.
of curl there because he has a lot of rotation in his release. He's getting some, but it's going to clip that guard.
Clip that guard.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Unfortunate.
So that's going to be a steal of 2 yellow to go up 8-3 after 5. And looks like we've got hammer on sheet A from Katie on for hard cheeses, and it looks like it's a run. It's a raised, a double raise to sit 1.
All right, I'm going to go to the house view because you can see A better.
It looks like it's going to clip the high yellow guard.
Oh, and over on sheet D. Oh, thank goodness.
Sheet A, that's going to be a steal of 5 for squeak hard. An utter full on sheet A.
An utterful, a bucket.
Another.
That's the 3rd time I've used this stream, y'all. Utter full.
No.
For
It's-
those of you
Stop-
playing along at home,
stop making-
tomorrow we're going to make a drinking game every
It's
time. Rob
utterly
says utterful.
amazing.
See, that's a better pun.
It wasn't even a pun the first time. I just said, should we call it a utter full? And you actually agreed with me. I said
I
it
did.
thrice.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Were you still suffering the indignity of remembering that I was right about where the rocks were and you were wrong?
Yes,
Yeah.
Hey, don't look now.
Just remember, you told me to come up and do commentary.
I did.
don't
well,
look now, Rob.
you
But
get
we
what
might
you
have
get.
All
another
10
utter-
viewers. All 10 viewers.
Oh,
If
my
you were
gosh.
annoyed,
All 10 viewers.
if you were annoyed with me right now, I would like for you to thank Mindy in the chat room. This is all her fault.
It is all my
I
fault.
was going to sit at home and just chill. Maybe watch some YouTube.
It's true.
Eat some vegetables. But no,
It's all true.
Mindy is the reason why I'm here and why y'all are stuck listening to me.
Well, don't
Yep.
look now, guys. But we have our JR's throwing his
Throwing for 5.
for 5 for an utter full on sheet C.
Crazy. Is it
And
going to
it's
slow
gonna
down?
be
Y'all,
though? I
there's
don't,
there's been so many utter fulls that we might as well have our own dairy
No,
farm.
it's gonna stick, it's gonna stick.
It's gonna be an utter full.
oh my gosh, was that hammer?
No,
No,
there
no.
is still one
Navy's
yellow.
got hammer.
But
Oh gosh, come
And-
on, Quinn.
Wait, where's Quinn?
Well,
Is Quinn on the ice? I
no,
didn't see
don't
him.
think so.
oh no, who's in the? No. Sorry, wrong guy. I thought he was skipping.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I would have.
No,
if,
Quinn's not here.
If Quinn was here and I never said hi to him, I would be embarrassed.
Well,
I coached Quinn, so
where?
at Plainfield for U18 Nationals, he was picked up as the 4th player for Team Farron. I want to say 20. When did I quit coaching?
2021.
So I think it was 2019 was when Quinn joined. 2018 or 2019 was when he joined.
That was a very lovely draw to cut JR
Is it
to
3.
3.
Cut it down to
Definitely
3.
3. All right. Okay. Sweeping it all the way. And it's not quite going to bite over on sheet B.
But it is a good guard, though.
It's a very nice guard. And Brian going to draw in. Oh, sweeper's on it a little bit. Off.
Well, it's a little warm there. I think he's going to go back to the back 8.
No, it's going to be back 4. Oh, well, now that
Where's it at?
Now that Ben's sweeping it.
Where's that?
6.
I think it might be biting. I think it might be biting the 4-foot.
There, it is.
It is.
It's in the 4-foot.
Uh-huh.
On a technicality, it's in the 4-foot.
I mean, technicalities.
Hey, Mindy, guess
are
what? You were right
still-
finally. Look at you.
I'm so proud of myself.
You're right on a technicality, which is the best type of correct.
That is the most DC correct you could be.
And this rack got a curl.
Yeah.
Looks like
Trying
it's
to get
going to
it to
hit
bite.
nose. It's going to nose that back 12 one, I think.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
it does
All
leave
right.
it open for if they wanted to, if they want to hit, they could, but I think they're just drawing in or guarding it, which I like that call. Again, you don't have hammer, control the center line and make
Yep.
it difficult for your opposition. So an update on the scores right now. It looks like we've got a 13-1 game on sheet A.
That is correct.
On
Let me
sheet
go to
B,
all
we have an
sheets.
8-3 game in favor of Legendairy. On sheet C, we've got a 10-1 game in favor of the
Cracking cheese
Gromit. And on sheet D, we've got ourselves a tight game there, 3-2 in favor of the Cheese Curls. Sheet D proving to be the equalizing game.
Correct. Just as it was in the last round.
I was going to say. We like consistency here.
We do. It's true.
And cheese.
And cheese. Lots of cheese.
No apologies to the lactose intolerant. Just going to suffer.
There is dairy-free cheese.
Okay,
Why?
I am now offended. I'm offended.
Well, I mean, and I am lactose intolerant, and I do have to take lactate if I'm going to be like eating any dairy, and I'm offended there's dairy-free cheese. Ooh, that was very nice peel.
We also have meat-free meat.
I'm down for that. I like that.
Okay.
But
I like
cheese-free,
what
but
Brian's
dairy-free cheese is cheese too far.
calling. Does it melt?
It does.
Oh, okay. It's come a long way then.
Yes.
So, what are the other cheese dishes that the kitchen has planned for this event?
So for tomorrow, our dinner is going to be a lovely mac and cheese bar.
Delicious.
So we are going to have just plain macaroni noodles and 3 or 4 different cheese sauces for
Wow.
people to choose from, and it's make your own mac and cheese.
That sounds great.
Cool.
What sort of toppings?
We do have, we're going to crumble up some bacon bits from the bacon we're making for our brunch tomorrow.
Please tell me
Nice.
panko breadcrumbs.
We can absolutely find some breadcrumbs,
Yeah, toast them a little bit.
toast them up.
Any shrimp or lobster?
We're not that
we're
fancy
not
here.
that bougie.
The theme is cheese.
Yeah.
Well, but there's like really delicious, like, if there's any truffle oil, you can have truffle mac and cheese.
This is the
Shrimp
Potomac
mac
Curling
and
Club.
cheese.
We truffle oil.
Truffle oil is cheap. Truffles are expensive.
Are you looking up truffle oil?
No, I just I have a
know
bad
that
habit
you-
of checking my email because the job hunt's been like this is what it's been
Oh,
doing to me.
sure. Absolutely.
It's 10 o'clock on a Friday night, and I'm still checking emails in case I might have got another rejection letter.
Man, I feel that very much. Yep, peel the guard. As Bruce Black says, when in doubt, peel the guard. Ooh, that came out of her hand a little wide.
I think it was a little wide because her body was a little narrow. I think it actually came out to broom.
Do you think so? Because, like, yeah, okay.
Because I thought the exact same thing, but her body was a lot more narrow, and I think that the angle that we were looking at, just that come out makes it seem like she popped it wide. But
Okay.
I think she ended up to the broom.
She's smiling into the warm room. I mean, I like a draw in on this one. What do you want to do?
If I was Brian, I'd love a draw right now.
Yeah.
I don't hate a guard.
Top 4.
To be honest with you, I would go biting 8, top biting 8.
Okay.
Force Ben into peeling, making a hard peel, and if Ben misses it, he pops his red out.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of the aggressive shot. Like the guard is fine.
Okay.
But if you have the advantage, I go for a little aggressive, and a good aggressive shot would be sit a second shot. You don't need to be pinned.
Right.
You give yourself some options, but you are forcing your opposition into making a more difficult shot. Because I'm mean when I play.
You are mean when you play, but I would totally respect that.
If you're going to beat me, I want you to beat me with some excellent shot making.
Yes.
Not because I was doing conservative shots, but rather because I'm reckless and.
Yeah, no, and I totally respect that. I don't want to feel like it was a gimme.
Yeah. A perfect shot here for Brian would be biting 8 on the center line.
And I think that's where he did put his broom to be like, I want it here.
Yeah. Entice Ben into peeling that and give him something small that he has to, a small port where he just has to peel it because the draw's not there. The weight's looking good. He just needs to curl a little bit. Get to that center line, Supers. Get to that center line, Supers.
Yeah, so it's a little deep, but it's not really covered.
You
It's
see
like a quarter.
You see about a quarter of it, so it's enough to pick it out.
And he is absolutely going to.
Yeah. And it's deep enough that if he wants to get some snap onto it, there might be a double there. But
why don't you just push it back and sit on it? Do you need to clear the yellows?
I love the idea of pushing it back. I don't think you need to hit it. I think, if anything, just push it back, cross the nose, push the red back to just to even back
push the
8.
Yellow back.
Push the yellow back to back 8. Get your single there, but then Brian's just going to do the draw again too. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
I would say
true.
make him do that rather than have Brian throw a draw or a guard again, or throw a guard or a hit. So.
Sheet D, by the way, just posted a score, and they're now tied 3 up.
It's the sheet of singles. It's
is.
the craft sheet.
It's the craft single sheet.
And that looks like a heater, so it's a pick out. They just need to be close on the sweep. Clean. Clean.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Wow. That was fantastic. Well done, Ben.
He's giving himself some breathing room here. There's a 3's on the board, but Brian's just going to go for the good hit and flop over now. So.
Yep.
So nicely done. Ben talking to the warm room, giving a good let's go.
Yep.
A let's go that Matt Hamilton would approve.
Oh, that's good. I mean, so you could do the hit and the flop over, but would it good, like, if you couldn't, I don't know. Like, I would almost like to draw
I would like
the top 4.
I don't hate that, but scoreboard.
But behind all the cover. But
For
the scoreboard.
Scoreboard here, I would rather hit and flop and guarantee that the best that Ben can do is a deuce.
Okay.
I don't want to do a draw or do something very weird that gives him an opportunity for a 3. Because a 3, again, you're playing Ben, all you need is some momentum.
Well, and you do have breathing room.
Yeah.
And Carrie Perry sweeping.
Yeah. So right now,
That's out.
Ben's going to draw for a deuce here, which is much better than a draw for 3. So, or a hit for 3. So I like that call from Ryan. That's definitely a scoreboard call.
Okay. Well, because even if Ben scores 2 here, you're forcing him to make a draw for 2.
Yeah.
And even if he scores 2, you're still up by 3.
Yep.
See, I'm learning.
Yeah, you are. We always knew this stuff. You're quite the competent curler, Mindy. And I've always, I know we make jokes, but you know what you're doing?
Well,
Skip more.
sometimes.
I would happily
I-
skip for you if you ever skipped. All you have to do is ask.
am actually skipping a pizza league.
Oh, that's fantastic. If you ever need a sub, look me up. I'll happily
will.
I'll happily lead for you.
So it's the 3 Carlsons and
Oh,
Sahana.
God. Oh God.
It's
I
a-
take it back.
It's going to be fun. We're having a fun time.
That does sound like a fun team though.
We've played one game. We lost.
But Henrik?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Henrik is, I had Henrik as my vice because Mark wasn't there.
Beautiful draw here from Ben.
That's, get it in, get it in.
They
It's
got
gotta
it in.
touch.
They got it in. So nicely done getting their
Nice.
deuce.
All right, let me put the score down.
And we're back to a 3-point game here.
Yep. Ain't over till it's over.
Exactly.
As
On sheet C, it looks like we've got Billy. We got Bill the Goat Cheese sitting one. Looks pretty nicely guarded.
I mean, that's really tucked in there.
So it looks like what JR looks to try to be doing is either trying to draw frozen or hit off of his red into the yellow to pop it
I
out.
think
that
it looks like he's hitting off
that
his
looks
red.
yeah, that looks like hit weight right now, or
Yeah.
peeling the yellow guard. Peeling the yellow guard is not bad, but it definitely looks like it's going to try to
Well, would
come
you,
over off the red.
with your first skip stone, would you peel?
I don't hate peeling. What would yellow do? Peeling that high guard, yellow would put it back, and I can peel it again and then just get a 2.
You're right. That was probably, the peel would probably have been a better call.
Yeah.
Because I don't like where his rocks ended up right now.
Because now you're giving yellow an opportunity to get comfortable with draw weight, or even hitting the red and flopping over.
Well, and they could tap back,
Well,
which I kind of don't like. I mean, I feel like that is the shot for them, is tapping back that yellow, but I don't know.
but
if
no
that's
matter
what
what,
they're gonna call.
but yellow having hammer here.
Yeah.
Well,
He's kind of like, I don't know. He put the broom over here.
and on sheet C, it does look like it's I don't know. It looks like it's the draw line.
It is the draw line. They
Okay.
are going to try and draw, and at the even if they're like things go bizarrely haywire, they're going to hit
Yeah.
a red
Yeah.
for
So,
backing.
like, using that backing, just make sure it's got a curl, though. We don't want to be too wide on that. Sweepers are on
Yeah.
it. Weight looks somewhat decent. I want to say it's maybe top 4 weight. Looks like it's T, but it needs to make sure it passes that guard.
Sweepers are on.
It's coming up to being top 8.
I like this for, No, sweep more.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, the only problem with that shot right now is
Go to all houses. No, you should have swept more, and then you would have been sitting third. And as it is, you may or may not be sitting third shot.
yeah, I think it's 1, 2, 3. I think the yellow at 9 o'clock
Is
is the third
3?
shot.
Okay.
I think that little cluster there is 4, 5.
Yeah, I agree with that. The red and
Yeah.
the yellow sitting side by side there, that's 4 or 5, but I don't know.
If they would have touched
At this
4
point,
foot,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, no,
if
it does
it's 4 or
matter
5.
because what's nice is you forced JR to mess with that yellow
Yeah.
or guard it because now it's tappable. And you
Right.
just saw the line. If you throw 4 more feet that same line, you can tap that up to get your second shot.
That would be nice. Over on sheet B, Brian Dauernheim getting down there to help
He's cold.
sweep that rock. Yeah, well, he did have his hit up there for a little while.
Nice guard from JR.
I like that call. I mean, guards are offensive and not defensive, but in this case, I feel like he is using it defensively.
So, Mindy, if you're yellow and you want your
Yeah.
second shot, what would you call?
Oh my gosh. I don't know, actually. Like, there's so many rocks. I mean, I might tap back my yellow guard on the center line
Into
my other yellow
that's exactly what it is.
and tap it back just give it a nudge enough
that's
to touch the red.
That's the only thing I see. You touch the high yellow into the yellow you just threw, and just
Yeah.
get that yellow to touch red. Because that's really
That's-
the only thing that you got. But you don't want to overcook it. If you throw this at normal, you do run the risk of popping your own yellow out of the house.
Yeah, oh God, where he's standing, that's a lot of weight though.
And that looks narrow.
Well, he's gonna have him sweep it.
He can pop off the red.
Sweepers are on. I kind of don't. Oh, that's too bad.
He was just narrow out of hand.
Yeah, and that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, curling is funny that way,
Especially 5 and under curling.
especially 5 and under curling, where there's
Where magic happens. Not necessarily good magic.
Oh man, Legendairy just a little wide on their takeout. Now Ben, guard that sucker up.
Oh, put
Oh,
another
no.
one in. Put another one in.
Okay, why?
Because
why
that-
not guard what you have? Why and why is he
Where-
putting it over on the left? Why is he not splitting the house over on the right?
Where is that? Yeah, where is that red rock?
On the left,
Yes. Where more specific than that?
in the 4 foot, in the
Where
back.
in the back of the tee?
The back of the
It
tee,
is
okay.
useless.
Oh, okay.
And that could be a problem rock for you too, because all Brian would need to do is draw frozen to it,
Okay.
and all of a sudden that red is worse off than you think. So I like the idea of drawing second, getting behind into that, getting behind the corner guard. I like that call. But now what you've just done with the setup is you've got 2 red rocks behind the tee line. There's an easy double there, but also a single hit and flop. Anything that's behind the tee is not helpful.
Okay.
So if you've got something behind the tee, you just have to hope that they'll hit it later and try to take advantage of what's in front of the house for you, so the guard.
Okay.
I am back. I had to go do broom repair for one of our players.
Welcome
oh no,
back.
what happened?
The broom head on the gold line broom got one of the
Oh,
screws.
yep.
Needed a little tweaking.
Yep. We had to buy a whole new broom head for Henrik's Gold Line broom.
I'm about to shatter mine in half. Have you seen my broom head?
You should check actually to see if your broom head is part of the recall. Because Gold Line issued a recall for some of their broom heads for a faulty connector. Or something down in the structure of the broom head
Yeah, because
itself.
mine was having the same issue that theirs was.
So yeah, everybody should check to see if they're because we found out that Henrik's broom head was part of the recall, and we sent it to Gold Line. They sent us one back immediately. We had it in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean basically the broom heads crossed each other in the post. That's the draw. Well, and that one's on the tee. What are you doing? Oh, I do see the crack. Well, and it's getting bigger.
You know why? It's because of the sweep. Good throw. It's not coming. It's not a crack off the edge. It's all.
Man,
Tragic.
very tragic. So a really nice little break up there by Legendairy. They kicked out one of red and then split the 2 up. And they're both behind the tee. Ben asking for a guard in the 12-foot from Katy Perry. Ben calling off the sweepers. It's got a curl. It's going awfully straight.
It is
There it
starting to
goes.
dive. Yep, there it goes.
But it's not going to dive nearly far enough.
Not to get guarded now.
It's not, well, it's certainly too deep for what he wanted. But Brian's going to have to deal with it. So he wants it out. He says if we get the double, that's good. If we get a hit and roll over behind their guard, that's really good. Looks like it's going to be a nose hit. Oh, they got a little roll to it. Brian should be very happy with that.
That is a really great result for Legendairy right there, because that's you can only see a sliver on the left of the guard, but since it's behind the tee line, Ben has an opportunity to draw frozen right to it.
And I think that is what he's asking.
Mm-hmm.
That's
going to be his first shot for
the broom indicates to me.
Mm-hmm. And if he gets a lot of motion, but he doesn't, he gets a lot of motion and a little bit up weight, he has the opportunity of pushing it back enough to sit 2. But I think the goal needs to be just draw frozen, give it to your sweepers, trust it. Brandon, when does the bell go off?
Which bell?
The timing bell. Or is there anything going off at timing?
1:50, right?
Hour 55, I believe, is how bell
So
has
Is it 1:55? I thought it was 1:50.
No, he said 1:55.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1:55, you cannot start another end.
Oh, okay. You finish the end that you're on?
Correct.
Okay. How far are we in this?
This draw started
8:30.
at 8:30.
So 9:30, 10:30 minus 5 is 10:25?
Yes, so we have about 10 minutes until the warning.
So sheet D is on this 8th end, so they're not a problem. Sheet B will probably get to their 8th end. Sheet A is on their 6th, and sheet B is on their 7th. So I think 3 out of the 4 sheets is going to get an 8th end. And sheet A probably will get 7.
Well, I mean, I'm sort of surprised sheet A hasn't shaken already, but
It's a fun spiel.
it is a fun spiel, and it is for experience.
You might as well
And
throw
Brian-
the rocks back. They're already down there.
And Brian,
That is true.
Brian setting himself up for a nice double and then flop over. He already saw Ricky's line would do. It didn't move a lot here, so make contact, roll behind the guard, set yourself up for to force Ben into a hard shot, and just trust that the rock is going to curl a lot more than the line indicates, because it's a lot of line from this house, from this angle of it. That's a nice control weight there. Needs to curl, though.
Yeah, it's got to get over. Go, go, go. It's got to dive.
It's going to make contact, but not enough. So he's got a single.
Yeah.
Courtney excited about that hit. It was really well done. It looks like Legendairy is sitting 1 still.
Yep, they are sitting 1. So it looks like Ben's going to try and draw in and sit on that one. Maybe push it back a little bit, or maybe tap it out completely, and then he'll be sitting 3. But I don't know if tapping it out is possible.
To be honest with you, he can draw a full 8 behind the guard, and that would do it just well. Anything behind the guard is great, because he no longer needs to be frozen. He just needs to sit behind the guard. Because if he sits behind the guard, he's sitting shot rock, forcing Brian into a single.
Okay. Since they're going to rediscuss this, I'm going to go to all the sheets so everybody can see what's going on.
On sheet A, it looks like we're just going to see hard cheeses go for a hit to sit first and second on their Vice's first rock.
Oh, I didn't see the yellow rock over there. One of the players is in my line of
Sheet
sight.
D, JR is shooting for a nice clean end. He doesn't want to have a lot of rocks in play. And on D, We've got yellow sitting 2 guards and a full 8 on the wing, and I believe we're going to have the brilliant sweepers hit and flop behind those guards. Red shooting for the possible only crooked number of the end on sheet D if they can get to it. So
Awesome.
who needs a craft single when a craft double will work just as nicely? Well, just better, I mean.
Double the cheese.
Or whatever craft is. Just a heavy draw, but will it stick around? It will. So we've got a consequential rock there.
Yeah. They're very excited. All right, here is Ben is in the hack. He's going to start going.
I think the shot right now is what they're going to do is they're going to try to throw board weight to curl behind that, past that guard and hit the yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
Ow.
Oh, come on.
You all right?
Brandon elbowed me aggressively.
Oh, Brent, you
If
don't.
it was aggressive, you would know it.
Hands,
I did know it. That's why I said ow.
hands are not for hitting.
It was
It
an
was an
elbow.
Corrected by 3 people in the warm room on that one, Mindy. All right.
I'm okay with that. As long as it wasn't
Calling
only
for a line
you.
now, making sure it gets past that guard. It broke a little early, so it's already on the guard now. If he over curls, it might be nice. Gets the double, but needs to make sure you move that yellow, other yellow, wrong yellow to sweep. All right, it was a good try. So Legendairy going for a draw for a deuce here. That was a good try, and just broke a lot earlier than they were expecting it to break. So,
So Brandon, are you gonna go out at 25 and like ring a bell or something, or are you expecting
I believe Bo is taking
okay.
control of that.
Just
Yep.
wondering if the curlers were just expected to know.
Yeah.
Bo's
And
out there
remember-
pacing, so it's about time.
Yeah, Bo
He's got
is,
4 minutes.
Patrolling,
Okay. Well,
patrolling the catwalk.
I mean, as the coordinator of the Spiel, I would expect him to be nowhere else.
Looks a little wider than he wanted to release that, but sweepers are on it. That's some good sweeping from Giselle and from Shaun.
Just need to get it to the 8
I
foot.
expect Giselle to be a great sweeper. I helped
Gotta
her.
get it to the 8 foot.
Come on, Giselle, push it.
Gotta
Come
get it
on,
to the 8
come
foot.
on. You got it. You got 8. You got your 8 foot.
It's there.
Great sweeping, great draw,
Wow.
great team shot there for Legendairy to get their deuce to go up 10-5 in the 7th. They got one more end left.
Keep doing it.
I agree.
All right. All sheets.
On
Oh.
sheet A, nice turn of events here on sheet A for Hard Cheeses sitting 3 right now.
Possibly 4. Is that one biting?
Possibly 4.
It seems a
No,
little
there's a
far away. but-
there's a rock that's sitting at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, on sheet A.
Oh, hang
yeah,
on.
Wrong
7 o'clock
hand.
rack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're sitting 1, 2, 3, and they're about to throw the skips first. So
Hang on. They haven't posted. Did they post another score? They stopped hanging scores.
Yeah.
Did Squeak
Yeah,
Car
they-
score again? I'm gonna give him 1, so that I can recalibrate the house.
on sheet D, a promote of a guard gets not quite enough. Cheese curls are now sitting 2. Setting, and they have the advantage right now. They're just going to try to draw in and clog that center line. A guard's not bad, but into the house would be even better. Top 8 would be great.
Yeah.
Touching 4 on sheet D would be
Rock
amazing.
Uber
But that's
curled
hot.
A lot.
That
on
is a
sheet B.
heater on sheet D.
Sheet B.
Ben
Real
has
wide
the
curl.
cornerist of corner guards on
Yeah.
sheet B here.
I've seen cornierist.
That is
Point
way. That's way over there.
Hey, a guard is a guard is a guard.
As You may not be able to see Brian on your screen here. He's standing in the hack with his broom, telling his team to throw it through the house.
My favorite is when I'm in this position, I just put the broom down, and I give the handle so that when they let go, the goals, I want them to board weight
Brian
into where,
because
he's cold. I love it when Brian Dauernheim sweeps. Also, he sweeps exactly the way that Evan does.
Yeah.
So
Well,
when they sweep, I never know who it
No.
is. It's impressive how identical it is. Like technique, you would never assume they'd be identical in technique, but they are.
So back in the day, Brian and Mark used to curl at Pizza League. I don't think they were on the same team more than once, but they they would definitely curl. And we would bring our kids. And so it was like 3-year-old Evan Dauernheim and like 2-year-old Henrik.
That's not that
or
long ago
1-year-old
either.
Henrik, and then like 4-year-old Evan.
That's 15 years ago? 14 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And so they would all play together. And then his oldest daughter, who would have been like 5 at the time, she was a year older than my Evan. Yeah, and so they'd sit down and color and play together, and then like the pizza would come, and then we'd all like have pizza.
On sheet A, sweepers held that nicely to get Mulvey to sit frozen to the shot rock on yellow, but they're still actually maybe an inch. So they're sitting third rock, but it's queued up to pop that yellow out. So, and on sheet D, Bill Engman about ready to throw his first.
Nice release from Kyle on sheet B. Gosh,
Simon
who's
winning it
yelling?
hard and all the way.
Who's yelling?
Kyle, just a smidge.
Just a little heavy.
Oh, a little
But it's
heavy,
gonna
a
stick
little,
around.
little wide. Just trying to get behind the guard.
And we've got handshakes on sheet C.
Oh, yeah?
I saw fist bumps and handshakes.
Oh, good. Okay. Final.
Yeah, just final. Anything ending now.
Yep. Any
Will
end,
end.
any end, ending, any
end,
end,
ending.
ending now.
Say that 10 times fast.
Any end, ending now. Any end.
It's real late, too. For me,
It's past my bedtime.
it's way past my bedtime.
I gotta be at work at 8, so
Wait, you guys sleep? What?
have to.
Yes.
I'm not functioning
sleep.
without it.
That is correct.
Sleep is for quitters.
Sleep is for quitters.
Okay, I quit.
I'm happy to quit. It's fine.
I tell that to my people at the casino all the time. When they say they're gonna go to bed, I tell them, sleep's for quitters.
Oh, they just missed taking out Ben's rock. Yes.
Hope is alive.
Put it, get it over there. Come on, Kyle, you can do it.
Sweeper's calling less, but it's holding onto that center line. It's not wanting to come off of that. It's going to be.
There it goes.
It's going to probably push back the back red.
I think it might still be
It's heavy.
through.
Yeah.
Man, it is heavy. Yeah, it's gonna tap it a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to push it.
Give it a little bit of separation there.
Yep. Cues up for a double for Ricky. There's
Yep.
still
There he
the
goes.
fiver is still on the board, depending on what Ricky does here.
I don't know, Ricky's been pretty on tonight, so.
Yeah.
Ryan immediately calling for it.
Yep, sweep. I can't tell if he thinks it's narrow.
It's a different curl, I think, than expected. But inside out does it.
There
Got
you
it.
go.
I mean, that works too. I know. Brian Dauernheim telling us wrong handle like we know. Hey, double's a double however you can get it. Good
That's
job
right.
on Ricky.
All right, Ben asking for another draw.
Ideally would be sit frozen to that yellow if you can. Either
Yep.
buried behind the guards or frozen to that yellow.
Yes, that would be great.
And that's looking hot. That's looking like it's going to be like space weight.
Yeah, and it's going to go
Although-
past it, too.
It's digging. It's digging.
Get in there and sweep, Brian. What are you doing?
Back 12. All right. We got handshakes on sheet A.
All right, handshakes on sheet A. Did yellow score some more?
I am not sure. We'll ask them when
It
they get in
looks-
because
It
they
looks
took
like
out the scores.
It's at least 2 yellow. I see 2 yellow on A.
Uh-oh. If they hit this, all right.
Now that was
Final.
clearing out a possibility because Ben still needs to get one of those rocks into the house.
And now we've got another guard. So Ben's calling for tapping back the yellow.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
I do.
Why?
Because you're clumping your 2 reds in the back for a double. Ideally, you'd want to sit behind that that yellow guard like top 8. You want to you want to maximize the separation of your reds.
This is not good.
And it's
Ben might
hanging
be
out
taking his
there.
own
It's
out.
really hanging out there.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to tick. Nope, it's not going to tick.
It's coming down.
It's going to nestle.
It's going to go right between the 2.
But it's counting.
It's in the house.
It
Yep.
is in the house.
For the next, 12 seconds.
Well,
Oh, nope, Brian's going to throw it away.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, might
Yeah.
as well. I'm going to go to all sheets so we can kind of see what's happening over on D.
And I like this call because Ben's got to
Actually-
figure out how do you get 2 here, buddy.
Yeah. Ben has to figure out, 1, how to get the yellow rock out of the house without getting out of his own.
All right, I switched the view for the viewers to being B and then the house on D.
Sounds good. Now remember, on sheet D, red needs 2 to win. And right now, it is sitting yellow, sitting 1 and 2. So question for red is, how are we going to get our single for the extra end? I'm sorry, for skips rocks. And it's a deuce on the table.
A deuce is not on the table from my perspective. I like the tapping that red back. The red guard along the center line.
I think that's
do
exactly
like-
I think that's what the call is the red guard into the red 12.
Yep. And then back into that yellow. Like, very circus shot. Oh, look at that. Good job, Ben.
Okay. Ben's sitting 3 now.
Yep, Ben's sitting 3. Everybody applauded, even the other team. Which is what I love about curling.
And
Everybody
of course,
recognizes
Brian-
a good
Brian just
Not even waiting for the broom, just going to
Nope.
throw it away.
is going to be like, Ben, if you
Yep.
if you want your 5, get your 5 here, buddy.
Yep, so for those watching at home, what Ben needs to do here is you see that red guard up there.
shot. that corner guard,
yeah,
the corneriest of
that
corner
first
guards.
rock, yeah, that needs to get in the house as well as the shooter for them to go to
Oh.
skip rocks.
That is going to be.
So the corneriest of corner guards here now needs to become a splittable,
Yeah. It needs to become the bitiest of biters.
biteiest of biters.
And the shooter needs to somehow get in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Which,
And they're going to try it
I'm
because
not
that's
gonna
the
say
only
it's
shot.
It's an over-under in-house Bonspiel. Do it. You just have
I'm not going to say
You
it's
never
impossible,
know.
got to do
but
it.
You never know. Brian's like, my luck. It's going to go in.
Listen, I love physics. I know my physics and my geometry pretty well. If he makes this, I will eat my hat. And I will return my physics and my physics degree because physics no longer makes sense anymore.
Over on sheet D, Allison has brought that yellow rock. Here it comes, and it's going to hit, and it's going to.
No,
Oh.
get the point. Ah.
So close.
So yellow takes the steal and the game on sheet D.
Oh my gosh, that was close. Final
Nice work from both teams on sheet D. Let's see if we break physics here on sheet B.
And
All
for
right,
the
I have the
record,
house view now
Rob
too.
is
on
wearing
sheet.
a hat, so he does have a
There
hat.
is the spinner.
Oh, no.
There's the spinner. He didn't burn it.
Oh, the sweeper fell.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It's just not.
All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You got the nose.
Sweep that, Katie.
Katie's trying.
Sweep it, Katie.
It was
Wasn't
fun.
quite
It
enough.
was fun. It was a fun shot.
That was amazing, and that really is the only shot that you could try. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a fun game. It was also fun hanging out with Mindy, because she threatened me to be here. So there's that.
I would like to state for the record and for any potential lawsuits, there were no threats made whatsoever. I simply told him I would love to see it.
I took what you said to be a threat.
It wasn't even in writing.
It's on a live stream chat log.
That's true. So context and tone is in there. All right. But anyway, thank you for joining us. We will be back tomorrow morning at
9 a.m. is
9
the first draw for tomorrow morning.
9 a.m. And
What we?
Well, me.
Oh, I'm not. I'm
You-
working.
No, it's
I'll
fine.
be here.
Yes, Brandon will be here, Bo will be here, and I will be here. Ken will be here, and we'll see if
And we'll see who
anybody
else
else
we can
could
grab
be
to
here.
sit in here and chit-chat with us.
Yeah. So have a really great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.